Today we're going to talk a little bit about this H2 motorcycle that's coming out. The topic of discussion right now, we want to talk about the potential, the high potential that this bike is going to be supercharged. We saw in the Tokyo show last year that Kawasaki did demo this supercharged engine. We've heard the video. Pretty good idea, it's probably going to be a supercharged bike. But anyway, today we have a special guest, one of my loyal subscribers here. Introduce yourself.
C-Pack Assassin, 6 Gear Syndicate.
6 Gear
based out of Chicago, Illinois.
6 Gear Syndicate based out of Chicago, Illinois. So I have another loyal subscriber, Rico Suave, who's also in Chicago. Have you guys spoken before?
Yeah, I talked to him. We go back and forth sometimes.
See? Yeah. Chicago.
That time is in the house. Windy City, baby.
What we wanted to talk about today is superchargers in general. So first of all, let's go over briefly, what exactly is a supercharger? And actually, could we also talk about in comparison to a turbocharger? So supercharger versus turbocharger. What would you say is the difference?
Difference is superchargers are belt-driven or crankshaft-driven. A turbocharger is exhaust gas-driven. They are not connected to the motor whatsoever.
Why does one generally choose to go with a supercharger versus a turbocharger, generally speaking? How do you make that decision?
People go with a supercharger for the simplicity of it. It's less piping on the bike, easier to maintain if the design is done right.
Let's get to the fun stuff and the real thing that we want to get to here. So if this bike is a supercharged bike, this new H2, let's say there's been a lot of speculation in terms of what is the size of this bike going to be. Is it going to be a 1000cc, a 600, or 750? I'm going to go with the 750 platform. That's a nice little gap there. You have the Suzuki 750, which is a legend. It's an awesome bike. I'm actually going to be doing a comparison on that bike versus the Daytona, because that bike is awesome, because it's kind of, you got significant more power than a typical 600 series bike, but yet it's still that lightweight small frame. In fact, I think the 750 and the 600, it's almost like the same size bike. So it's an awesome bike. So that realm is kind of empty. Like the 750 right now, as far as I know, is dominating in terms of that size. There's not much, right? So if Kawi stepped in with a supercharger, can you tell us what that would mean? What would that mean? A 750 Kawasaki with a supercharger. What are we talking about exactly? What would that mean?
You know what? Even if Kawasaki was to make the 750, and the H2 is based off of the 750 from back in the day. I believe it was the early 80s kind of a deal.
That's a good point.
They still wouldn't be in the same vicinity because of the supercharger of the Suzuki. So the Suzuki would still have its little mainstay as the 750 class, because the H2 would be like in betweener, or a tweener between Super Sport and the leader bikes, or Hyper Sport as they call the Buzu and Ninja 14.
So what would happen if you were to race in theory? Obviously there's a lot of things to be considered. The type of so it's a 750, but how are they going to tune that engine? How much horsepower are they going to get out of that 750cc engine? How much torque? We got to look at the bore and stroke and a lot of details. But generally speaking, if you were to build a 750 Kawasaki and you were to race that with the Gixxer 750, what would the most likely outcome be?
As you stated, there's a lot of variables that comes with it. A supercharger, what I'm thinking that they might do, because it's supercharged, they might bring the RPMs down a bit, because, of course, the higher you go with RPMs, the more power you make. Either that, or they might go with some short gearing so that it doesn't, overdo what it's supposed to do as far as emissions and safety. But a 750 supercharged, I will put it in the ballpark, will probably be a 14 BMW.
Wait, hold on a second there. You can't just slip that out. You just said that the 750 supercharged could compete with the ZX14 and the S1000? Potentially.
And the S1000. I mean, you know, this is the cream of the crop, and
wow.
If anybody has looked intensely at what the teaser videos have been for the H2, the videos show exclusively all of the bikes that were either the most powerful or the fastest.
Yes.
So I don't think that they will put a teaser video like that and then like dumb it down and disappoint people. You know, this is something they realize that, hey, BMW is right on their tail. You know, even with the 14 still being the fastest accelerating motorcycle, that's the HP4 is right there. You know, everybody has to give respect to BMW for doing that. So if they want to just go ahead and really say, hey, look, let's blow them out the water, how else not to do this but to lower the weight and put the same kind of similar power into the bike to do so. You know, this way you're taking the power to a weight advantage, which has always been a big thing for all of these companies.
What would you say? What are the odds that they do it on a leader bike?
I would say that the odds are pretty good.
Wow.
That they would do it on a leader bike. If they were to do it on a 14, I mean, that's just crazy.
You said that's just crazy.
That's just crazy. You're talking about a bike that makes 115 foot-pounds of torque to the wheel already. You know, you slap on a supercharger and you're now talking in the ballpark of maybe 140, 150-ish. You know, it'll jump up there pretty quick.
That's unrideable without some real electronics, right? Some good electronics on that.
Yeah, that thing would be a wheelie machine. Everybody would be Ghost Riders. That was the case.
Nice.
I don't think we need a bunch of Ghost Riders riding around this hard. Some of them don't know how to do it.
Exactly. All right, man. So I really appreciate you coming on and talking about this. This is really exciting. I mean, everyone, I'm seeing it all. I know you've seen it all over. All the forums are talking about it. So if this is a marketing thing, Kawasaki, good job, man. You got all of our attention.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Everyone's talking about the H2.
If this is just marketing, oh my goodness.
Hell yeah.
I've been doing a whole bunch of research on it.
Yeah, I'm seeing, you know, this posts on Facebook, on Twitter, forums, you name it. And then this guy, Carlyle's Picks, did this really, really cool video about the H2 with the sounds and everything. You know, it's out of control. As the bike probably is going to be when it gets released.
That howling and chirping thing, I'm pretty sure it has everybody on the edge of their seat.
Oh yeah. Just stay tuned. Also, stay tuned at Your Fast Life. You're gonna see a lot of videos there as well. I'm making this week pretty much Kawasaki week, so we're gonna have a stunt show with Jason Britton, I believe, and some other guys. And a lot of awesome stuff is going to be coming up. And as well, I'm going to be doing a reveal on the bike. And as more information comes out, I'll be releasing that. So just stay tuned to Carlyle's Picks and Your Fast Life for all the latest information about the new legend, the Kawasaki H2. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
All right, man. Take care. If you enjoyed this video, I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy some other videos on my channel, over 800 videos. Videos like a review of the MV Agusta Brutale 1090RR, the Hayabusa 2013, the Ninja ZX6R, the Ninja Z1000, the Daytona 675R, and many more motorcycles, right here on Your Fast Life and Carlyle's Pick. Subscribe to both channels for reviews and awesome videos about cars, bikes, and even boats, jets, technology, and much more. Go ahead and click on subscribe. It's free. Welcome aboard. See you on the road.
1199 Superleggera. This motorcycle features a Super Quadro L twin-cylinder engine with over 200 horsepower at 11,500 RPMs, 99 foot-pounds of torque at
ZX6R, and now I have a 2008 ZX10. Coming off of those bikes, it actually feels very similar in terms of just cruising down the road, and it's a very smooth bike. It's got great mid-range.
You're watching Carlyle's Picks.